So I haven't posted any new videos in a while. Apparently it's expensive to remodel a house, so I had to get a job, which makes less time for working on the house. But the family's out of town this week, so I thought I would work on the game room and hopefully have it done for when they get back. So I've mudded the walls, tore out the floor, and now I'm going to build a raised floor, which will be in the link to the video below, and then paint, and we should be on our way to having a game room.
So as you can see, these videos are definitely getting recorded out of order. I started off the intro with the room empty, and now the raised floor is installed, which is in, like I said, in that video linked below. Walls have all been painted. We've been using it as a game room. Got a couple of gaming chairs, TV mounted, computers over here, computer over here. But we realized the current design to have another TV on this wall and that kind of stuff wasn't going to work out. We just need room for another bed. So we're going to put a Murphy bed on this wall, which means the computers over here are going to go over here, which means the TV over here is going to go over there. So it's a work in progress. This is basically just an update. I'll show you what it is, what it looks like now. I'll give you some of the tips that I learned about my raised floor and what's wrong with it, and then I'll try to keep posting videos as I can. But this is a perfect example of why I wanted a raised floor in here, because I've got the kids' computers, and now that I'm going to move them over here, I'll be able to just pull up the such sections of floor, put new cabling in, and they'll be good to go. This is the paint scheme. Basically, I started off in this corner over here, and then the stripes go all the way up the walls. I like it, and the colors tie in with the rug that I bought. Same with over here. This is where the TV is going to go now, but let's take a look at what I learned about my raised floor. So the reason for the rug, obviously, instead of carpet, is so that you can pull it back. One of the main mistakes I made was I painted the floor in place, and then when I had to pull a section up to run some cabling, I ended up doing damage. I had to basically take a razor blade and cut it along these lines, so that, because the paint basically glued everything together, and then as I'm pulling these panels out, it's destroying the paint. So in hindsight, and I kind of knew it, I was just being lazy, I should have painted each one and then come back and just painted the red stripe once it was in place, but I didn't. The other main issue I've had is, so now that they come out, and they come out fairly easy, but part of the problem with the design of the legs like this is that it makes it real easy. I thought, oh, you just run the cables down, throw the thing back in, but it's not that simple, because it seems like every single time I run a cable it gets pinched. It ends up under a leg. No matter what, it always ends up under a leg. So basically what I have to do is only take out sections and then fish the cable through the legs and then actually tuck it up under. So what I'll do, for example, the DSL line is right here. I'll tuck it under this piece. So I'll lift this up, tuck it under the legs to make sure that when I put this piece back in, I'm not pinching the cabling, which sucks. So if I could have went back and redesigned this whole thing, I wouldn't have cut the 50 billion squares out. I wouldn't have put the billion legs on and did all that. I would have just picked a couple of main channels to run, and then I would have made most of the floor solid with different areas that I could lift up, because right now I have to fish anyway, so I could have just fished through the central channels going where the majority of the cabling would go, which would be one main channel to each wall, and then you could just run it along the edge of the wall. So it would have been a lot easier, a ton less work. This seemed like the right idea at the time, but yeah, I definitely would not have done it this way. It does work well, even after destroying sections of it, but it wasn't worth the work for the gain I'm getting out of it, because like I said, I'm fishing wires anyway because I can't pull up half the panels, otherwise I end up pinching the cables. So that idea did not work out very well at all.